You don't want to make waves. You don't want to cause offence. You don't want to go against maybe what your friends say, what your family say, what people at work say, whether in your job, maybe your business, but you know you need to deliver more. You know you can deliver more, and you're not willing to go against the grain. And going against the grain is sometimes the best thing to do, because it's you, it's your authentic self. And today we're going to show you how to discover your authentic self, go against the grain and start to win. So let's go. Hi, my name's Joe. I'm here to inspire you every single day to be the best version of yourself, so you can go into your life, crush your goals, win, and be the best version of you every single day. Today we are talking about going against the grain. So what does going against the grain actually mean? Going against the grain means going against the crowd. Going against the crowd because you are you. You are different. You have been trying to fit in all of your life. You've been shaping yourself, undermining your real values because actually you don't want to fit in. You didn't want to be out of the crowd. Now this is understandable, right? If we don't want to be part of the crowd, it's frightening. It's scary, because if we think about before this all civilization happened, right, we had to survive in groups. We had to fit into groups, right? Because if we're on our own in the woods or in wherever in the wild, it may not be a better chance of survival than with a group, right? Because there's protection in the group, there's all that. So this natural fear that rises up when we want to step out and be our true selves is scary, right? So let me just take an example. So Philip Schofield, has been in the television industry for a very long time, and he came out and he said he was gay, right? He'd been married, he'd been everything. So again, he'd been covering that up for all these years. Now I don't know why he covered it up, but for him to come out and say that, to be his own authentic self, he's in front of millions of people and he's able to do that. Now he's been able to live his authentic life, not having to lie, not having to cover up, because that takes energy. And if you want to change, if you want to be successful, you're going to need all the energy you can muster. If you are not your authentic self, if you are not that person, then it's going to have an impact on your life, on what you do, on your goals, on your dreams, because you cannot live your dream unless you're being yourself. And this means having to go against the crowd, and it can be really scary. So I'll give you an example. Philip Schofield done it. So for me, it's about being authentic around wanting to coach, wanting to show people what is possible. And what I did before was I was like wanting others to win so they could see the benefit of it. But people weren't seeing the benefit, right? They were just saying, yeah, I've done this and it's great. So what I needed to do is I needed some way to be able to prove that this stuff works. So I created InspirationNation. I started doing a video each day, every day, and it's going against the crowd, okay? So I would tell my family I love coaching, but they didn't really know what it was. Family, friends, people close to me, right? So I had to show people. I had to do the videos, right? So my top value is inspiration, right? Inspiration. And so I had to live and breathe that. And the only way to have done it was, and I like doing content now. I still find it scary getting in front of a camera and having to sort of talk about it. But I know it's necessary for me to prove that actually if we can use coaching in a brilliant way, we can start to crush our goals. So 2 years ago, InspirationNation didn't even exist. It wasn't even a thought, right? So to go out there, start doing videos every single day. I think today is 7, 8, 9, I think. But I'm now showing people what the power of coaching actually is. So yeah, at the moment I've still got my day job and this job, but what's happening is everything's bleeding into one another, right? Because I want to help people, I want to serve people. And so what's happening is that now I'm being my authentic self, and I want to have this inspirational coaching philosophy. It's bleeding into my day job, it's bleeding into this, it's bleeding into the podcast, it's bleeding into my interviews with people. You can all catch these in the links below, so go and look at the description in the video and the links below. And this is what I mean about going against the grain. There's no one in my immediate family or even my work colleagues that are doing this, right? Maybe one, but not to the extent I'm doing it every day, all the time. Right? Every day, getting on camera, every day, putting the messages out every day, wanting to serve, every day wanting to shift people, to help people do it. But don't forget, right, this is working for me, right? So I'm living and breathing the coaching life because the videos help me, right? So the videos are there for me to remind me that I need to push myself. So not only am I pushing other people, I'm pushing myself. And before all this, I would not want to do that. And I still find it uncomfortable. I still find it difficult because I'm not what you say like a really, one of direct, type A people that I say, yeah, come on, like boom, push. I have to really dial that up for myself to push myself. And I find that hard, right? Even today, if we want to go against the grain, if we want to win, if we want to really push that envelope and be a better version of ourselves, we've got to do things that other people are not prepared to do. Do things other people are not prepared to do. So this morning, I've got up before everyone else, right? I got up, showered, done my hair, all that, more malarkey, to come and do a long form video. Now, once a week, I come and do a long form video in addition to the 1 minute videos, right? So every week you'll get one of these long form videos. It's important, right? But there's a price you want to pay for being extraordinary, like my friend Mark Drager. There's always a price to pay. You've got to be willing to pay the price, to go against the grain, to put up with criticism, to put up with people not agreeing with you. And to be honest, I'm going to tell you something. At first, people like my immediate family going, "What are you doing?" My wife saying, "Is this something that is going to work?" And after that, you push on, you get relationships, and things start to build and grow. And I met Mark Drager through this. I've met Simon Squibb, multi-millionaire. Go and catch the videos. We've got the interviews in the description below, so go catch it. And I'd really encourage you to do it. I've got Jenny Knighting, right? So some amazing people that I've interviewed since doing this, connecting with people, building a network. Because if you want to have an extraordinary life, if you want to have an inspirational life, I would say an extraordinarily inspirational life, right? Then you have got to change who you're connecting with. You've got to expand your network. So for me, I want to be in that circle. I want to be in the circle where people are pushing the envelope and like helping people and are really helping to help the planet be a better place. So there's hope. So there's actual physical, tangible results. And I can tell you right now that if I look back in 2 years, let's take TikTok for example, and to go against the grain, people said, my daughter said, don't go on TikTok, Dad, it's all those funny videos and all that. But what I did is I was in my circle, I've got Gary Vee, right? Now, I'm not connected with him, right? But I look at him as an inspirational or aspirational mentor. So I look at his content, he was saying, TikTok is the place to go. You start putting content on TikTok, it's going to blow up. And so I started putting myself on TikTok. I started off with 0 followers, and now I think I'm up to 300 and something, and I'm only following about 13 people. I only follow people who are adding value, who are my mentors, and who have really connected with me. I will follow those types of people. But other than that, I won't. And so I'm following 13, but I've got 300 odd followers on TikTok already. And that's after probably I think 9 months. So what I'm trying to say there is that people are going to say, don't do that, but from maybe your mentorship, or that feeling from you that you must go and try it to see what happens. I know it's always building. And so all these things that I'm doing, literally I've got a second job. I'm doing my day job and this job. And so, that's the price you're willing to pay, right? That price, you have to put it in. So you can't go and do the thing you want to do unless you're actually starting to do it. So whatever it is, whether you want to be a leader, whether you want to be, an airline pilot, whatever it is, you've got to start taking action as to what that is. Now, someone in your family may not have been an airline pilot. They may not have been, a speaker. They may not have been a coach. They may not, may have, but that doesn't matter. Right? You're going to be the one that goes against the grain. You're going to be the one that's going to willing to pay the price, to put in the work, that's going to go the extra mile, right? And the extra mile people talk about, we mean extra mile, like me getting up at early doors to come and do these videos, right? It is about paying that price. Now, it's an interesting thing. So my daughter said today that she wanted to get up and get fit, right? She wanted to get up at 7:30. Well, time is, clock's gone up. So there's another thing I need to tell you about. If you are going to go against the grain, if you are going to put yourself out there, if you say you're going to do something, you've got to go do it. Because every time you don't do what you say, you're undermining your character, you're undermining your dream, you're killing your dream, because you're not doing what you say you would do. Now, I usually get up around 5 or 6 a.m. I've been getting about 6 a.m. lately, and I need to come and do this video for me to show myself that I'm showing up, that I'm doing the work, that I'm showing you here that we're doing it, right? We are doing it together. So this is for me to you, right? If you're watching this, you want success, you want to be different, you don't want to live that same old life, the same photocopy life, you want to do something different, but you're afraid, you're scared, you're thinking about what other people might say. And that's okay. That's normal. That's really natural. I didn't think this before, but it is normal. People always think that it's this head game here. And whatever you say to yourself in here is where the game is. It's inside first. You need to win this game first. So the first thing you do is you start to become the person you want to become, right? So you might be someone who's very shy. You might be someone who doesn't want to talk to people. In which case you might have to push that a little bit. I'm not saying go straight massive into it. I'm just saying you might have to connect in a different way, maybe. But you can do it. There are tons of people who have made a massive success, and if you go and look at their stories, if you look at people like Simon Scribb, if you look at Mark Drake, if you look at Evan Carmichael, they've all had struggles, and if you look into their backstories, they didn't just get the success like that. They've had to push, they've had to go through tough times, they've had to go through failures, they've had to go against the grain, they've had to go against the crowds, because not everyone is willing to put themselves out. And now you're watching this, you are one of those people. You are one of those people who want to make a difference. You're one of those people who want to stand out and stand for something that you believe in, and going to put good into the world, that doesn't harm anyone, and that's going to lift us up. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you're watching this as part of Inspiration Nation. So how are we going to start doing it? I'm going to give you 3 things you can start to do to start to move you towards it. So number 1 is keep the promises you make to yourself. If you say you're going to get up and do the video, if you say you're going to get up and do the exercise, you best get up. Now, you may get up a bit later, but you make sure you do it in that day, whatever it is. So hopefully my daughter will come down and she will do that. She'll make that happen. Okay, so make sure you keep the promises you make to yourself. Okay. Number 2 is to be consistent and persistent. Do not stop. If you stop for a day, get back on it the next day. I would say to you, imagine the difficulties you're going to go through. So think about what you want to do and think about, right, what is a challenge you're going to do, and I want you to deal with it right now. So say, for instance, you want to get up at 7:30 to do your workout, to do the video, whatever it is. Imagine that alarm going off. What are you going to do as soon as it goes off to get up? What is it going to be the easiest thing for you? So I've got a little tip here that I use from Atomic Habits. And so if you want to do anything, you've got to have things ready. So for me, I've got everything ready. My camera equipment's already laid out. Really, all I've got to do is put up, set up. It's really easy to do. It's not difficult. I've got my journal. I've got books there. So if I want to do something like journal, it's there. It's not easy. I don't have to go scrabbling everywhere, take all this stuff out to get it. I make it as easy as possible. So whatever it is, make it as easy as possible. And number 3, record your results. Record whether you failed, record whether you won, and whatever's working, keep that. Whatever's not working, discard it, because it's probably not something that's speaking to you. The things that you do need to speak to you, okay? So that's what I'd recommend. So you have no excuse for not going against the grain, for not being your best version of yourself. So that's what I want for you. So I hope the video's helped, and let's just go for it. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'd love it if you checked out this video right over here. I think you'll really enjoy all my videos. And also don't forget to subscribe right here and hit the bell, because it will tell you when another video goes live. So don't forget you're watching Inspiration Nation, and I'll see you over there.